What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Rooted Nature. In this video, we're going to be clearing out our whole garden. Let's get started because I have a bunch to do. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. We're not going to waste no time. Okay, so I pulled this one out just now. All this is going to go to my compost. So, yep. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put it in something. Let me get this thing. I got to get a container. Now, I am taking most of the dirt off and stuff because I don't need the roots in here. I know some people say leave the roots, but my garden is literally gardening 365 days of the year. It has no time for the roots to break down. And then also, because by the time I cut these out, in 4 weeks I'm going to be planting seedlings in here and they can't grow through them roots. And the roots won't break down in 4 weeks, so we're taking them out. So we're gonna get all this gunk because the greens and browns help. Like, here's this root system. Look at this root system. A seedling cannot grow through this. So we get all, but it basically comes back to the garden anyway because we put it in the compost and let it compost down in the compost pile. We're also going to pull any weeds out we see today. Now the bees do love this, so we're going to have to be careful with the bees. Okay. So these are collards. All these back here are collards. They've been in here since October maybe. So, yep. I got a big collard harvest off of these. So, I'm really not too worried about them bolting. I was hoping to get another one, but it's alright. Because I actually have a year's worth of collards, so, yep. Now these weeds, I'm not putting the weeds in the compost pile because I don't want to risk any weeds being in my garden. It's already a risk the compost pile being open, but yeah, can't really do too much about that. So we had snow over the winter time. Look at the worms in there breaking down this root system. We had snow this winter, and we don't get snow that much, and this is record-breaking snow that we had this year. So I thought it was gonna kill my whole garden, but it didn't. Oh, look at that root system. Look how all that was buried. Anyway, these root systems are pretty good to be growing through the winter because all this grew over the winter. I want y'all to see this. So by this time of the year, the lots of pests and stuff get into a plant. Look at that hole. It's hollow all the way down. So, yep. Now, not every single one of these are bolting. Well, actually, yeah, every single one of these are bolting except for this one right here, which is a Georgia Southern collard. So, but I'm glad to have this cleared out. But at the same time, my garden's gonna look bare for a while, and so the garden tours actually do stop here. Oh. We might have to make a trip to the compost pile before we can do anything else. Jesus, it just pulled the whole thing out. Oh. Lord, this is a big... Y'all, look how big this... Look how big this, I don't know what you call it, stalk is. Look. Like, that's huge. Let's see how big the root system is. Watch the root system be tiny. But we bet, let's see. Never mind, y'all. Root system was not tiny. A bunch of worms in here. I'm gonna cut it off and then. Okay. Let's go to the compost pile now. Because, whoo, that worm came out looking like a snake. I've been seeing snakes all in my garden. I'm not liking it. But, that's part of gardening, so you gotta deal with the stuff that comes with gardening. Let's go to the compost pile. Well, that was a big, what's that big? That's a lot of stuff to add to the compost pile. I can't think straight right now. I don't know. I want to pull up the chamomile. Oh, there's a slug. But I want to pull up the chamomile. Not really pull it up, but move it before it gets too established, which I think it's already established, if I'm being honest. But hey, if it lives, it lives. If it don't, I'll go get some from the nursery. Only one plant, because I don't use chamomile. I grow it for the bees and for the beauty of it, because I love how it looks. I got a bunch of plants from where it seeded last year, and so they all are right there, and I don't want them in this bed anymore. Well, I do want them in this bed, but at the front of the bed. Y'all, look right here. I got a spider on me. Jesus. Come on, I don't want to kill you, but you got to get off of me. Most people just started freaking out. I about did. So, but I had to calm down. Okay, so now the rest of the stuff I have to do is just pick up some stuff, you know, pull some weeds. But that's kind of minor stuff. That's not that big. But y'all probably don't want to see this. So, yeah, let's go over to the compost pile and get that all chopped up in there. Oh, I gotta pull these actually. Anyway, all right, done with this over here. Now let's go to the compost pile and get the chopping. I'm just gonna start chopping. What I should did was took some of that compost out and put it on top of this. Actually, I think I'm gonna do that. Let me take the compost out. Okay. Whew. Now we'll lay this down in here, chop it up. Whew. Whew. Talk about some work. Then we got some more compost that I took out. I'm about to take a break for today, but I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment. But I will see y'all on the next video. Bye, y'all.